Hello, hello. So I'm taking my dog on a walk, and I was on TikTok, and I've been seeing women post about their celibacy journey, their abstinence journey. You know, the definition, we're not even going to get into what the definition means because if you don't know, look it up. However, I have reached 5 years of my celibacy journey, and one of my lovely closest friends had got me my purity ring. We actually have one together because she's on her journey as well. And I can say on this journey, it's a lot of, so on this journey, it can be a lot, like going through the motions of, ooh, that's my skin. But it can be a lot. Like I said, I'm in year 5, and I feel like this is not a topic that a lot of us speak about, a lot of women speak about, or even men. I'm starting to see it a whole lot more, but I wish it was just an influx of us just giving tools, tips of what we did year 1, year 2, because for me, year 1 was the hardest. Year 2 got even better. Year 3, I feel like I found my rhythm. Year 4 was like, okay, is it ever gonna happen? Year 5, I'm like, okay, God. I mean, I guess if this is what I gotta do, I'm out here now. You know what I mean? And I just feel like when you're going through this journey and you're remembering your why, it gets easier along the way. Never feel the shame about setting boundaries and being obedient to what God called you. Now, if this is not something God called you to do, and you're doing it because your spouse is doing it, or you're doing it to try to see, a lot of men look at it as a challenge as well. So if you're doing it to try to see, if you're a male and you're trying to do it to see if the woman that you're with can break her celibacy, if you can be the one that break it, that's just something that you're gonna have to take up with God. However, I feel like us as women, like we need to stand 10 toes down on whatever it is that we do, because a lot of men, not for nothing, where I live in Georgia, the ratio of men to women, they got a lot of time to play out here. And I just feel like when you are being obedient to God, it's never going to be easy. It's never going to be comfortable. It's never going to be something that is common. So you just have to stick to what you feel like God has spoken to you. For me, this is something that I felt like God told me I needed to do. And because I have turned my life over to Christ, my son was 120. I turned my life over to God in 2019, but recommitted myself in 2021. I think the conversation that I had with God and the decision that I decided to make with God, that was my own. And I can't expect for anybody else to take this walk with me, because it was something that I decided to do. But I feel like it helps when you remember your why. When you absolutely remember why you're doing it and who you're doing it for, it just makes sense. And then I also think about the end goal, how amazing the covenant is going to be for me, that I'm going to have with my husband when it does come that time for me to break my celibacy with my husband. God is going to bless me tremendously just because I was obedient to what he said. Why would he not if I was obedient? And not to say it's going to be easy. Like, you may have moments where things are tough. You may have moments where you may not go all the way, or you may like kiss a little bit longer. You might let somebody like feel on your breast or something. Don't be too hard on yourself. Make sure you stay committed. Of course, don't make that a habit. Do not make it a habit. But at the end of the day, we're human. As long as you're able to repent and speak to God about it and make sure you mean what you're saying, say what you mean, I can guarantee you that this journey will be amazing. Take yourself on solo dates. Even if you're in a relationship, make sure you're setting boundaries. Talk to your spouse about what you want to do, what you don't want to do, so that way you guys can understand what it takes to be in this position. It's not for everybody, but you can do it. Don't be ashamed of your journey. Live it out loud. Peace and love, y'all.